when you get that Spear of Alpha, works out really well. So he might need a little bit of time here. Let's see. Okay, he's got the Brave Smite. Well, I'm sure we'll take a look at the emblems here, the breakdown in just a second, but it's there's 3, by the way, Brave Smites being rolled here for UAE. So the matchup itself, you're wondering, well, Julian's going to have a good time early game, right? Lunatic Panda should have a relatively easy jungle time. And in terms of if he can work with that the early damage there for Julian is pretty good, but he is going to want to be scaling in, right? And one big thing he's got to watch out for, obviously, is getting caught by this Kaja pick from 7, having that Divine Judgment.
Yep. Speaking of how they start their way, Alpha or Bulex on to getting his purple, being aided as well by 7M Dan. Mostly gaining control how they don't want to be disturbed early on. Look at that BBC.
Okay, weird. That's the player. not the situation being weird, but weird, able to survive there.
That's just his name.
Had to burn the flicker early on already though, so gonna want to be a little bit careful, you know, at least for the next minute and a half. So, and because really there wasn't nothing fancy about that, right? And kind of Nepal just threw it at him there.
Just pokes, spams here in the mid lane, trying to get control over the river here. So as they rotate, well, gold lane matchup here, we have Axe, Buiz, and also we have Yahiko, which we see a Leslie over a 1-1. Look at that, half HP.
To deal with a Uranus, right? And we've seen how just kind of annoying I feel like Uranus can be 1 versus 5ing, 1 versus 4ing a lot of situations.
Well, going back to our pause, we're level 3 on our marksmen. Both of the opposing teams now on to gaining control of the first objective. Purple hasn't been in any attention, either from Nepal or UAE.
Well, they're going to get there, right? They're going to make their way there. It did just come up here. You can see both teams kind of getting in position, especially for Bulex. He's got that level 4 available, the Spear of Alpha. Going to be kind of working around that, but everybody is here except the gold lane. So a full-on 4 versus 4 for this. And even just looking at 7M, right? He's in position, looking for his target. We'll see if they can actually find the Divine Judgment on the right one. But for now, everybody's just kind of holding on. Yeah, Turtle going to go ahead and reset. No one pulling the trigger just yet.
Okay, speaking of pulling the trigger, there's no way that some of the members here could be the one to hold the damage right now of BBC and Masarap. So they have more damage in terms of CC and also the lifesteal, so they need something more to hold the front line now of Team UAE. So Turtle almost out.
Masarap going to jump in with penalty zone locked down by the BBC, and they get the kill right there. Bulex will fall. What a combination. Right, BBC with the setup there, Masarap jumping in too. I can see that synergy is obviously there.
Masarap talaga with the flicker. It's not yet done. Jed,
wow,
almost a sliver of health in the defense of the tower. Good thing the outer turret energy shield is still up.
And knowing Uranus, he's not even going to go back. He has his ultimate. He might just stay there, regen back up. And that's what I'm talking about, right? That's the whole kind of concept. Okay, he is going to go back here. But he goes back and... Actually, he doesn't. He doesn't go back. But still, the fact is, Uranus is not... you need a lot of, basically, attempts to kind of make Uranus's game not so fun for him, right? And it's something that you kind of have to solve here. Already, though, big item pickup for Yahiko. Going to go ahead and lock in that Berserker's Fury already. So right now, still a lot of attention here on bottom side.
Yeah, gold lane trying to delay something. The winning condition of damage. You've mentioned Berserker's Fury. More of the items that is needed for a marksman to show and to control game damage, because if you can see the lineup here of Nepal, you have Akai, you also have the Lilia, and also you have the Julian. So one way to get that penetration is that you have that damage that you need, because in most of the times the 1-1 or Buzz from UAE could be in the backline, so you would want that Rage to just keep on poking him down and force everybody on a defensive state.
Okay. Even with a defensive state in mind, right, they've really kind of got to play around this. You have two pretty much things you have to watch out for, right? It's either that Divine Judgment play coming out from UAE, if they can find it, or even just keep an eye for BBC, right? He's going to be looking for the lockdowns and the jump-ins, like we saw from Masarap. Already getting that brilliance out, that's already going to be huge here. There's the heavy spin, going to find the lockdown. Blue Lex could be in trouble. There's the damage comes through as Lunatic Panda pick up the kill. And that's just the green light for the next turtle of the game. Also forcing Weird back. He does not have that brilliance. He's got to go back. And this should just be a clean turtle here for Nepal.
Oh, 1-1.
You got to be careful. It's one hit away. Here comes Yahiko. He's charging in. Is he going to take the risk? Goes in with a knockback. BBC going to be looking for it there. They finally find it. Goes in the hands of BBC. They find 3 kills now for the game, plus the turtle.
So this is a problem now if you have Alilia. Forcing resources out of UAE. Even this space, look at that. 7M Dan. Being targeted down. Oh!
Huge flicker into the penalty zone. Going to be able to find it. They get 2 kills in the mid lane. Looking for a third. They get that one as well. Killing spree already for Lunatic Panda. And this is exactly what I was talking about, OSX. They want to start strong, the momentum going, and that's exactly what they did 6 minutes in.
Great start for Nepal now with a flicker combo. This is the problem that we've thought about in the game, that with the heavy spin and the penalty zone combined all together, it's being used most of the time as a surprise factor. Look at that, another one!
Oh,
Blue Lex in trouble, trapped in 2!
Quite a bit of heal, though. BBC's got to get out of there. Lunatic Panda going to take the onslaught of the damage. Will go down here, most likely. Still able to escape for now. Weird gets the kill. It's a big pickup, though, here for UAE. They got to keep it together. Again, that was a little, very confident maneuver right there, right? We've seen that. You were just talking about that, OSX, the lockdowns with a heavy spin, but that time it was responded well with.
Well, if they have lack of a CC here in the side of Nepal, you have the pickoff that you can get from Akaja. You have the Ring of Order, you have the Divine Judgment. You need to choose in the side of Nepal on who's to be the first target here to get out or to pick out of the composition in team fights, because now Xerox has the Enchanted Talisman, which have or can give him more of the mana that he needs to keep on spamming. It's giving it the factor nice of not letting the distance or minding a great way of holding their front line most of the time.
Yeah, and you know, you actually saw that too, where one of the great things about Leslie, yeah, Jet should be just fine here, he's Uranus. But Leslie, one of the great things about this hero is it provides vision, right, with the way the ultimate works. So if you're not shooting the bullets off, you actually get some of that vision. You can find out where the enemies are, and they can really use that information. So now, next turtle up, third one. Let's see if Nepal's able to grab it to get that clean sweep across the board. I expect the same thing here, right? They have so much CC available to them. You really got to watch out for that heavy spin setup. Luckily for them, Maserap is not here, right? He's still in the bottom lane.
7M Dan needs to have a good way of pulling out
there
one.
It is.
Oh, pinned down.
BBC's at it again. Going to be able to get the lockdown. One down. There's the crossbow of Kang, able to finally get it off. Still going to be working on the turtle, though. Buez unleashing, still alive. Couple of hits away. Turtle secured by Bulex. But they have to pay for it as well. Now Maserap on the run. Going to flick around to safety. Bulex looking for 2. Can't catch him, though. And it's quite a trade. UAE able to secure the turtle.
Yeah, still Nepal on to that point and securing that one. We were talking, oh, flicker out onto Weird. A decision
I like the way you said that.
Yeah. He kind of want to be on a safe spot there because Xerox would just pull off a Gloom out. Maserap, oh no.
Maserap going to be in trouble. No way he can survive that. Does fall top side. Still holds on to that tier 1 turret, though, for now.
Okay. Looking back on how 7M Dan could be the game changer of Team UAE, he was the first one to be targeted down by BBC. Pinning him down with a heavy spin, well, gave them most of the time to give on the set. Look at that Jed being burst down almost half HP, but he is our Uranus. This keeps on going and pulling everybody off on the map.
Yep, pretty much just a huge distraction, right? I mean, that's part of the... I feel like that's just like the hidden passive of Uranus, like as a hero. He's a distraction. Wherever he is, he can usually get the attention of many, and that's what works so well about him. And you can kind of just play around that, too. If you can continue to get that focus around you, you can let your team shine. But right now, Nepal is just playing really well. They're the ones basically controlling the pace of the game up to this point, 10 minutes in. If they can maintain that into that first Lord, that'll be crucial for them. You can already see even positioning happening here. Masaroff going to be going, has the help with Panda. Now it's going to be a 2 versus 2 on the top side. Goes in with the Spear of Alpha. The damage comes through. Panda will fall. Masaroff is next. Can't survive it. Double kill to Bulex.
Now 6 to 8 and catching up onto the gold. 28K leading through Nepal's gold lead. Late game is the answer. Look at that, being pinned down 1. Taking Buez down. The marksman, the gold lane of UAE, slowing down their potential, but they're not too far gone on what's missed in game on the early game.
Yeah, even with that, they can't go ahead and start the Lord up here. There was also some pushing happening up by Jed. Now it looks like UAE might want to go ahead and secure this if they can. Lord can be half health here. Yahiko given the vision. Still, there's the pull, the Divine Judgment for the BBC, but it's secured by Yahiko. And now they're on the run. Goes in with the penalty zone, not able to flicker over the wall the way he wanted to. He will fall. But still 4 members of Nepal up, plus the Lord in a huge play.
Talking about an angle of Masaroff with the penalty zone, catching Bulex. Unable to contribute on that team fight. Now Nepal's continuing momentum with the Lord being distracted, being pulled by 7M Dan. Now mid lane with a possible way of push. Second tier turret down. And still the defense of Nepal remains strong up top. One has only been taken. Now a lot of problems are being set up on the plate of UAE. We need to go for the wave clear. And will they make it through the mid lane or the mid game power spike that they're talking about with their own composition? 31K up against 35.
Man, this is one of the big things too, even just in terms of that first Lord, the way things kind of unfolded. It's UAE, they do have some counterpunch to them, but they need to be able to just go up front with, hopefully Buez has the items that he needs on this 1-1. We'll take a look here at the items in just a second, but at that point, again, if you can get a really good crossbow of Tang off, or even overloaded damage from Weird, you just saw him pick up the Divine Glaive, so it should be there, right? Right on time, Masaroff picks up the Athena shield. There you go, there's the items. Let's have a look at this.
Okay, we have the Athena shield, we have the Dominance Ice, delay healing. You also have a counter for the burst of Weird. BBC pinning down Buez.
BBC comes in. There's the damage already. Yahiko has to be dealt with. 7 gonna flicker out. Can't get away. Mega kill already. Bulex trying to buy some time. Lunatic jumps in. Then just gets a slaughter at this point. Triple kill for Yahiko. Gonna be looking for another. Doesn't get it though. And that is a wipe out.
5 out of the game. 12 minutes in, taking down the last turret down bottom, then there's the push from up top in the middle.
That's it.
Now Nepal is looking to take this game up against UAE, starting their momentum strong and taking game number 1.
Well, like I said, man, Nepal, a team, actually both of these teams, but Nepal specifically, we saw the glimpse before we had to take that little pause there from the early game, that they meant business to build momentum, right? And that's exactly what happened there.